Who are you? When they say, I believe, just go and ask them, who are you after all to believe in that? That's Mr. Ego. That's all. Then there are people who are conditioned. And that's whatever is their conditioning, they think, this is the conditioning, this is the thing I am brought up, this is how I have lived, and this is how I am, and this is what is the truth. Both things are absurd, mythical. That's not the truth. So when you start through your Urdhvagati, through your Kundalini, you see the height. You see that now we have to rise, rise with our innocence. We have to get to our innocence. We have to be innocent people. But even in Sahaja Yoga, you'll find some people, I call them sometimes like monkeys, jump from Urdhvagati to Adhogati, Adhogati to Urdhvagati. You don't know which side they are going. You have to hold on to these steps which you have got. First is the innocence. Your morality, as you call that, or a chastity. That's the first step you have to achieve. Unless and until you achieve that step, how are you going to go further? But the other way around. They think if you tell something very truthfully to mother, I have had 5 love affairs, I have had 6 abortions, 10 this thing, then mother is going to be very happy with you, because they have told the truth. That's not the truth. That's not what is wanted. Are you now a chaste person? Have you got ideas of chastity and dharma? That is the second step you can move into. Aesthetically, are you rich aesthetically? Are you generous? Can you appreciate the art of every country? Or you just think, oh, it's not good because it's not English, or it's not good because it's not French, or maybe it's not from Wimbledon. Could come to that point. I mean, what is happening to us, we are becoming so insular, so small, so narrow in our outlook. That's impossible. We cannot appreciate another person at all. You ask anyone, everybody has an opinion about others. What about yourself? What is your opinion about yourself? Can you laugh at yourself? And when I am giving lecture, we also sometimes think that mother is talking about somebody XYZ, not about me. That's not so. We have to project to ourselves and find out, are we in chastity? Are we in dharma? Have we achieved that? Have we achieved our innocence? Have our eyes achieved that innocence, that simplicity, that power? So then we move up higher on the Bhurva state, where we have to know, are we aesthetically equipped? Do we have proper aesthetics? In our behavior, in our dress, in our lifestyle, and everything, or are we still going on with the same things? Like some hippies, when they come to Sahaja Yoga, it's impossible to make them understand that no more hippies now. Then some come from another group, another funny style, then they have the same style of behavior. No, Sahaja. We have to be in the Sahaja style, which is a common style for all the Sahaja Yogis all over the world, to dress up decently, to talk decently, to have sweet words, no harsh words, no anger, no temper, nothing of the kind, but very, very gentle and a dignified personality. Now here some of the so-called dignified also can be very brutish. I have seen that. They can be very dignified and they can be very inauspicious. So the another quality of innocence, which is auspiciousness, or we can say the combination of innocence and Bhurva state, is auspiciousness. Does your house gives auspiciousness? Does your countenance give auspiciousness? Does your talk is auspicious? Is it a mantra when you talk? Have you purified yourself so much that everything that you do, every movement that you have is auspicious? Is it blissful to be in your house, to be in your company, to be with you? Is it blissful? Let us direct ourselves to ourselves and see that are we blissful? Are we emitting vibrations that are good? It's a very tremendous task because you have to do it. You have to do it. Nobody else is going to do it. If you want to save this world, you must know it's a tremendous task, and one has to go into a tapa for that, to know that you have to be pure people. Otherwise there could be hypocrites. There are many who are Sahajogis and not at all Sahajogis. Sahajoga is not for hypocrites at all. You cannot be hypocrite. You have to be what you preach, what you say, what you understand, and what we stand for.